Hello and welcome to another Magic the Gathering Arena Brawl video, where we're revisiting the Keep Calm and Kaalia deck, or Kaalia Control. I can't remember what I called it originally. It was an equally silly name. Kaalia Gonna Kill Ya, I think. Yeah, that sounds right. So, it's a Mardu control deck. And honestly, I am kind of looking forward to the next set, just because we get an actual... It's not a wedge set, officially, but it's got wedge cards in, and so that means that there's an influx of cards that can potentially work in Mardu. We also have a lot of weird creature types, which gives us a potential to get a few things in there that fit into the dragon and demon part of Kaalia, to make Kaalia more worthwhile as a commander. And we also do get Snapdax as another option, who I might consider, but he is a very aggressive card in that regard, so maybe not at the same time. But at the same time, the issue I have with Kaalia in a lot of instances is playing it out is great for something like Tome of Legends. Flying Vigilance makes it a decent enough attacker. It's got the evasion to get counters on there to make it good card draw, which we're kind of lacking in our colours. At least repeatably. So, I'm looking forward to seeing what we can do with that. However, as far as cards from Theros goes, because we're not quite there yet, soon, very soon, but not quite, we have a few additions. So, Shadow Spear is just a straight-up obvious one. We want to destroy our opponent's things. Hexproof and Indestructible stop us from doing that. Being able to get rid of them is absolutely key. I do recall having, at some point, the interventions, and I'm not sure why they've come out. I think they may go back in, because the interventions give us nice X-cost effects, so we're able to get rid of multiple things at once with that. We're able to gain life with Erebos' intervention, and we're able to make finishes with Perforos' intervention if anything else is necessary. So they're all very solid options, and may very well find their way back in here. Because, yeah, they also work really well with Smothering Tithe in that regard. But whether for space or because I felt they were underperforming, I have tried playing a few games with Kaalia so far, and I've got them recorded. But Kaalia as a control deck has a bit of an issue of a single game going on for as long as a video. So I'm hoping that that's not going to happen here, and that I can get a couple of games in at least. Though, given the earlier games I played with the Token Gesture deck, we might just be having a bunch of control mirrors, where 5-color and Grixis control tend to stabilize a little bit better than ours, because we can only interact with the field. We don't have access to blue for counter spells. So we have to remove the threats as they come. Though, other key parts, so we've got Croxer, who is able to return from the graveyard, so it's a good option there, as well as causing some hand hate. Agonizing Remorse for a similar reason, and Storm's Wrath as another board wipe option, along with Shatter the Sky. So we have a lot of ways to clear the board. Oh, and of course, Elspeth Conquers Death, to return our big scary finishers to the battlefield bigger and better than ever, as well as being good removal. So there are some pretty decent additions to this deck with Theros. So let's give it a shot and see how it fares. Alright, as expected, it's Nicol Bolas. Control versus control. Okay, I like that Croxer. Banishing Light is decent removal. The Drakaseth is a little bit... It's going to be coming in pretty late here, but it's fine. So yeah, Temple of Malice first. We're going first, which is a massive plus. That Agonizing Remorse, I can really hurt their hand here. Going to go for the Agonizing Remorse first, so I can see what they've got and pick out the thing they're least likely to want to discard, or anything that's going to cause me an issue. and then Croxer will give them the option following that. So, show me your hand. Okay, so Tyrant Scorn, currently not a problem. Liliana down the road, that is ramp. I might actually just take that. Yeah, let's take that ramp. Let's hit them there. I can Banishing Light the token from the God Eternals, and it's not big enough to kill Croxer or Drakaseth. Kaalia can die to a lot of their removal, but I also don't care about Kaalia. It's more of a lightning rod in a lot of instances. Let's get another Scry on the go. Ugin's good, but I think I don't need it right now. Okay, so what do you get rid of with Croxer? I presume they're going to grab a Swamp. There we go. So I'd assume they get rid of Enter the God Eternals at this stage. Yep. They got another piece of ramp. I think I'm going to tell them, no, get that out of here. I really want to just interfere with their mana as much as possible. This may not be the best option for Banishing Light removal, but it buys me time. Hopefully it screws them over. Well, that hurts a little. Alright, they've got 2 pieces of removal at the moment. I'm going to drop Kaalia. Okay, that hits quite a few things. Yeah, because they are likely going to just Tyrant Scorn it. And then I can play Kaalia again. Okay, they've gone for the Rowl's Outburst, that's good. Because Seraph of the Scales doesn't die to Tyrant Scorn. And Seraph of the Scales, I can give Death Touch. Alright. Could use, well, I do need more red for Drakaseth. But I also need 1 more white for Cavalier of the Dawn. But this now puts them in a bit of a precarious situation, since Tyrant Scorn bounces. If they want to use other removal, then go ahead. But yeah, they've returned it to my hand, so they can get another swing with Kefnet. But it gets rid of more removal. Tome of Legends is tempting. They could have a Disdainful Stroke here. Quench. Okay, that's annoying. So I guess, but once again, it's eaten more of their removal. I do need to get that additional land though soon. Okay, that'll do it. Do I shock this in to Cavalier of Dawn? Not when they've got that much mana open. Because that 100% looks like a counterspell to me. Okay, that's fine. That's what I was expecting. And yeah, denying their... Well, whilst this Kefnet's been doing some work on me, and it's really annoying at this stage. Oh no. If they use that to start attacking with Kefnet for massive damage, I Actually, no, I've still got Cavalier of Dawn to just get rid of it next turn. Okay. Cavalier of Dawn. Deal with Kefnet. Don't have any valid targets for Cavalier to bring back at the moment, which is a shame. But it does get me a threat on the board. It deals with Kefnet, who has absolutely ravaged my health total. Yeah, and they're going to want to start digging for things. I need one more mana. Okay. They've not got their triple black, so they don't actually have... Well, there's my one more mana. I've not got much in my graveyard at the moment. Okay, let's open up Cavalier of the Dawn and the Royal Scions. Okay, they've got something, but they're holding off. As much as I really want to shock this in and drop Kaalia, I think that's a dangerous game. So let's just get my card draw going. That being said, I can also create white soldiers with that. Okay, there goes their counterspell. And now they're considering whether they throw away Kefnet. I don't think they could throw away Kefnet. I do now, however, get Tome of Legends. So maybe I should have done it the other way round. But I do think this is a lot more innocuous than Dawn of Hope. Dawn of Hope allows me to create life linkers as well, so that's a major plus. Now I am still in a bad spot because Drakaseth has to come down and then live a turn, and with that mana fixing from the Scions, and with Liliana right around the corner, I do need to get a few things on the board. In fact, I might Finale of Glory just to get some board present. Oh, they've thrown it away. I'm not sure whether that's really good or really bad. Okay, there's Kefnet. Right, let's draw a card. Finale of Eternity. Okay, one on black, black. Okay, they've got triple black. They can nickel bolus. So I am going to Finale here instead. Takes out the Royal Scions. Now hopefully this turn they drop Nicol Bolas and blow up my Cavalier. Okay, that can be a problem. That's good. That's not so good. Okay, I need a means of gaining life, and I need it now.
Alright, let's do this thing.
Hey, Rakdos. I actually got something from that. I forgot to check what the rest of the stuff was there, so I know what's on the bottom. Ah. Okay, yep, Nicol Bolas hits the field. They've got 2 additional mana, so they get to replay it if Nicol Bolas dies. Oh, they can double plus. They can double plus. No! Why do I always forget about this? Okay.
Let's get toasty.
I should have used Eternal Legends. I need a means to gain life now, and I... Oh, whoops. I do that every time. Every single time. And yeah, I'm dead because of that. I keep clicking pass into the resolve all. I just... That was dumb. I was still dead, I feel. As I said, I really... I think I've dropped the ball by removing the... or not having in the 2 life gain interventions, at least. Okay, so I've got my command colours together. Got expensive removal. That gets rid of Yarok. I need 1 more mana for Shatter the Sky. I think I'll keep it. I think it's reasonable enough. Bag of Holding is pretty good as well. I need 2 mana for it, though, to activate, so I'll drop Castle Ardenvale first anyway. Of course, typical. I do now have my triple white for Cavalier of the Dawn. Oh, and I may no longer have my triple white, my Cavalier of Dawn, though I'd say Ugin's probably the best target. Maybe Shatter the Sky if they've got a lot of creatures in hand. Okay, they've gone for D-Spark. I guess the Exile is relevant. But I can get it back with Bag of Holding! Thank you, Bag of Holding. Okay. Drop Kaalia. Oh yeah, it doesn't hit giants. Okay, well, there's ramp. Oh wait, they got Field of the Dead there. Yeah, I'm glad I still got my Shadow of the Sky. Okay, that's fine. Right. I'm somewhat expecting a Yarok. It is an online permanent, unfortunately, on Cavalier of Dawn. Well, that's just gonna die. Straight up. Is that when, if a permanent, tap a permanent for mana? Okay, they've actually got 6 mana up at the moment. It's kind of scary. Oh, I could have played Ugin and blown it up as well. It's fine. Oh wait, they can return. Okay. That's awkward. good. Okay, so how much damage am I facing here? I think this is... If I do it now, though... Okay, I'm gonna end my turn. I'm gonna bedazzle the Field of the Dead at instant speed. Because I'll be happy to block this turn. And you know what? Let's do this now. Because now if they've got a land in hand, they can't drop it and get value from Field of the Dead. Oh, that Mortify is great. They do get to draw a card because of my Cavalier. And yep, as expected, they bring back their Nyx Bloom. I have 2 pieces of removal, so I'm not too worried about it. Let's remember to use Bag of Holding here, because I've got a Finale of Glory I can stick under it. Oh, that's even better. It's another piece of removal. Okay, I believe I am going to drop Ugin here. That's fine. I've still got removal for it, and now Ugin's on the board. That's a land, I need that. Extreme's down again. Do you now also drop Yarok? Okay. Here we go. Choice is meaningless. Let's generate some value.
Truth lies beyond vision.
Alright, that's an arrow. And they can immediately escape it. So they can gain a lot of life, go through a lot of cards here. However, at the same time, I'm not the most fussed. I have Ugin creating these tokens, but it does draw them cards. So... Dracoseth. Good timing.
The fabric of the multiverse obeys me.
Ah! It's okay. It's okay, I've got ways of dealing with this. The issue with this is this has trample. It's also... Okay, that works.
Chandra Nalar, Pyromancer extraordinaire. Mostly
There's Rakdos.
Manifest before you.
Keep it up, and you'll pay. How many of you seen this one before?
Not going to attack, just in case they have some removal. Need 3 more lands. And then I can finale for everything. Eric hits the board again. Okay. Now I can get my Rakdos. Even better. It's an Angel of Grace. Another land out of here. I like it. This is a pretty decent spot, I feel. It's Demon Devils and Imps. These are Elementals. Obviously they do get Uro to keep coming back. Kaalia will now mitigate the life gain each turn. But not quite the card draw. Not got enough cards in graveyard to do it again though this time. Yeah, okay, I'll stop that. I can use Ugin as removal, I don't know what I'm doing anymore.
Can't believe Mother Ludi gave us homework.
I also did that the wrong way around. I should have... 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I should have done it the other way around. That's fine. Last turn, I'll flash in the Angel of Grace. Just in case they need more card draw. Maybe I can kill them with Mill. Nah, they've probably got a countermeasure to mitigate that issue. Although I can make them sacrifice that. Which might be worth doing. Three, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So it's one more land there. That resolve. So that blocks that. That blocks that. Okay. can also blow up the Great Henge with Ugin. So, okay. Let's get these back. Oh, and there's Smothering Tithe. It's a bit late. Okay, so let's make sure I've got this right. So 2, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. They could have a counterspell open. They've got the mana. That's what I thought. That's what I thought. Unfortunately for them... I do still have Chandra.
Focus? I just want to burn stuff already.
Let's see whether or not they play this properly. Yes, they could. Okay, that's awkward. Yeah, that gets rid of both of them. They can now kill both my Planeswalkers. Actually, they can only kill one of them at the moment. But that's fine, because they get rid of the one they need to get rid of. Alright. Yeah, I saw that mana there, and I was like, oh, I'll play into it anyway. But no, that was... Oh, right, okay. Yep. They got their own finale. I should have 100% paid attention to that sign. Yeah, I screwed myself over there. Ah, well. It happens. Yeah, that was dumb. 100% dumb. Don't do that, kids. If you're playing Control, you've got to make sure you're in full control of the situation before trying to win. And definitely don't tap out like that. Would I have been able to have stopped that finale? So it would be on Showstopper to remove most of the problem. And then I'd have had Murderous Rider up with that, plus D-Spark would have also been able to get rid of it. So yeah, there was definitely ways I could have still won that game. But I made that mistake of tapping out all my mana to go into finale when they clearly had a counterspell. Alright, Kenrith, not seen you in a while. I think I'll keep this. The Bag of Holding does give me a means to go through some cards. I would love to get a red source, preferably sooner than later. Okay, there's my red source. Well, Teferi just bounces Bag of Holding, so I'm not gonna use Bag of Holding until... Well, I'm just not gonna use Bag of Holding. So... Okay, Kaalia go. It's a Doom Whisperer. I have to discard a card. It's a good question. So I've got 5 mana, so I'll keep that. I'll keep the Angel of Grace. I think I actually get rid of the Bag of Holding. Finale of Eternity would have been the other option, but that's removal and one of my win cons. There's the Field of the Dead, as expected. No Water Fairy. Oh, I could have played Dawn of Hope. Whoops. Ah well, I guess I keep Mortify open. not 100% sure why they're good gaming, but okay. Alright, I'll keep that. I think I'm just going to flash in an Angel of Grace on their turn, because if they're holding something up, they're draw going, so I want to not show them the threat, apply the pressure. I should have probably put that Arden Veil to the bottom, because it is red mana I need for Drakaseth. Then again, I could also create a token with Dawn of Hope and start drawing cards. I think Angel of Grace is my first line of play. Because then I put them on a much faster clock, get some punches in, maybe force some interaction from them. Zombies aren't a threat to me. Got a board wipe ready to go. Drakaseth can clear them out quite easily. I've got a lot of flying, so it just ignores them. And I've got removal open for Kenrith, who they could play and then haste. And now I presume that eats either... Well, if they've not countered it, then they've got probably some removal that they're intending to use. This guy's playing so slowly. Okay, there we go. They've got removal. That's what I thought. Whisperer, because I want to use that Surveil to set up my Drakaseth. Don't want to play into any board wipes, because they can be playing all of those. Okay. They get another land, they get another zombie. There we go. And then they presumably target Doom Whisperer. Yep. I want to pay a bit of life. Okay, that is a giant. I can do this. I can just happily throw that. Okay, Tome of Legends, that's just straight up card draw, that's good stuff. Outlaw's Merriment. I think I'll keep both of those. I need 1 mana and then 1 red, white, white. I think I can play both of these this turn. Just in case they've got a board wipe, this way it does deal with that. They can only get back to Fairy at the moment. However, I could, and I'm tempted to, mortify their Elspeth Conquer's Death. That until your next turn. So I might actually put a stop doing their upkeep. Okay, there's Uro. Alright, back to Command Zone with you. Okay, a couple more zombies. They're setting up here. That goes to graveyard. They can bring back that. I can't bring back Croxer yet. I didn't throw enough cards in graveyard, funnily enough. I can afford to Realm Cloaked Giant. And honestly, probably will. So then I can still draw a card with Tome of Legends. Teferi can bounce something, but I'm not too worried about that at the moment.
Right on schedule.
He bounces the Outlaw's Merriment so that Teferi gets to survive.
I won't let you
Yep.
win. I've got time.
Well, he would have survived if he plussed, but he's now got just enough cards to bring back Uro. Yeah, as tempted as I was to mortify the Teferi, the thing. Oh, Hydroid Krasis, that's a pretty big Krasis. That's quite a few cards you've drawn. Draw a card. So, let's see here. I definitely want to mortify the Hydroid Krasis, which leaves me with 5 mana. So, we drop Kaalia. Get a point on Tome of Legends. No hits. It's a shame with what was coming up next. Can't do this at instant speed, so get rid of that now.
That's more like it.
Garruk can kill Kaalia, which I presume they're doing to try and keep Teferi alive. They need to buy as much time as they can, and yeah, that certainly does it.
Looks like you weren't fit to survive.
Ooh, that's not good. It could be worse. That Tamio is a bit of a problem. Okay. Oh, I forgot to pay for my Tome of Legends. Oops. That's fine. So if I drop this, they currently only have Teferi Bounce to go, which I'm fine with getting this back to hand. So, can then shock in and I have 3 mana, which doesn't let me do anything, so we'll just Realm Cloaked for now. I am 100% expecting to be just wombo comboed by hasty shenanigans with Kenrith. Because they can... they might be digging for Biomancer's Familiar, and I've seen this deck once Biomancer's Familiar hits the board. Okay, there's Kenrith. So they're going in for the kill. That'd do it. That's a pretty big problem. 7. Yep, that's lethal. Just had the worst luck today. Well, I got a pack at least. Idle of Disruption. Already got one. It's somewhat useful, but not exactly what I'm after. So yeah. Yeah, today's just not been a good day for me, apparently. So yeah. Kaalia. Kaalia. I'm definitely not feeling the Kaalia part all that much anymore. Like, it's sometimes great to be able to get these things, but I do feel that like we've got more giants in here, I think, than the actual tribe. So 2, 2, 1 to 3 giants. Yeah. It's awkward. I do hope that with Snapdax, with Snapdax, I don't have my cards being put to the bottom of the deck quite as often. Because that is one of the pros and cons with Kaalia, is, yeah, we're getting to dig for these, but because we've got so few of them, it's most of the time just shuffling it. Being able to attack for Tome of Legends, great. Being able to keep it up for defense, great. But Snapdax is double strike, so it's still a pretty decent attacker, and is a good win con on its own as well. I definitely have learned my lesson. We do need to have those interventions in. Error bosses would probably go in first, then Heliod's, because, yeah, there's obviously, like, Uro causes so many problems in 2 of those games, and we could have answered that with Erebos's intervention. Heliod's intervention, also pretty decent. Perforos's, also still pretty decent, just in the fact that we can dump it into as a win con. All of these board wipes, and we rarely saw them. So yeah, I apologize. That's 2 videos now that have had no wins in. I do hope that, well, it's one part bad luck, one part misplays. Well, it happens. It happens. Magic is a game of chance at the end of the day. Even when you mitigate it, yeah, there's definitely things I can do to improve it. But sometimes you just run into a series of games where the odds are stacked against you, or in a lot of those games, they were often pretty close, but we just weren't able to close them off for one reason or another, whether through misplay, by playing into an obvious counterspell, because yeah, that did 100% cost us the game there. I had the means to remove a threat, I had the means to keep my board safe, play out some other things for defensive purposes, but no, and then have kill spells open, but instead I just invested it all into winning. But that's life. And with that in mind, take care. I'll see you guys next time.